If you want to control the future, you don't need a bigger army, you need a smaller light. Today, the entire global economy, every smartphone, every AI model, and every advanced weapon system rests on a single, windowless building in Veldhoven, Netherlands. This is the home of ASML. While the world stares at the brain inside their computers, we are looking at the machine that gave it life. Welcome to the era of the impossible machine. To understand the scale of this monopoly, you must understand the physics of a miracle. To print the circuitry of a modern chip, you need light so small it doesn't exist naturally on Earth. We are talking about extreme ultraviolet light, or EUV. It has a wavelength of 13.5 nanometers, so small it is absorbed by the very air we breathe. This is why the inside of an ASML machine is the emptiest place in the solar system, a perfect vacuum. But where does this light come from? It isn't a bulb, it's a controlled explosion. Inside the heart of the machine, a generator drops a microscopic bead of molten tin. A high-power CO2 laser strikes it twice. The first pulse flattens the drop, the second pulse vaporizes it into a plasma reaching 500,000 degrees. This happens 50,000 times every single second. It is like hitting a pebble with a needle while standing on a moving train in the dark. The machine itself, the TwinScan EXE5200, is a $380 million behemoth. It is comprised of over 100,000 components and over 2 kilometers of cabling. Shipping a single unit requires a fleet of 7 Boeing 747 cargo planes and 40 freight containers. It is the most complex piece of equipment ever assembled by human hands. But 30 years ago, the giants of the industry, Nikon and Canon, looked at this technology and said it was impossible. They quit. ASML didn't. The reason ASML won where others failed is found in a small town in Germany. Here, the legendary optics firm Zeiss manufactures the mirrors for the EUV systems. These are the flattest surfaces ever created by man. If these mirrors were expanded to the size of Germany, the highest mountain on the surface would be less than 1 millimeter high. If a single atom is out of place, the 1.4 nanometer circuitry of the future fails. Success in the semiconductor world is a game of survival, and no one knows this better than Intel. For years, Intel hesitated, betting on older technology while their rivals at TSMC and Samsung went all in on ASML's early EUV machines. That single decision cost Intel its crown. Now, in 2026, Intel is fighting back. They were the first to receive the high-NA EXE5200, an all-in bet to reclaim the lead. They aren't just buying machines, they are buying their way back into history. But a monopoly of this scale creates a geopolitical explosion. We are currently witnessing a total chip blockade. The United States has pressured the Dutch government to restrict ASML from shipping its most advanced machines to China. This has ignited a multi-billion-dollar shadow war. In secretive labs across Shenzhen, the Chinese government is pouring infinite resources into reverse engineering the impossible. They are trying to build their own EUV source, a task that took the Western world 30 years and $10 billion to master. The stakes couldn't be higher. We have moved from the silicon shield of Taiwan to the lithography moat of the Netherlands. ASML's machines are so advanced that they are never truly owned by the customer. They require constant maintenance by ASML engineers and are connected back to Veldhoven via a digital umbilical cord. In a sense, Intel, TSMC, and Samsung are merely high-end tenants in ASML's empire. Now, we enter the high-NA era. This is the next frontier. The new high numerical aperture machines allow for a resolution of 1.4 nanometers. This is approaching the physical limits of the silicon atom itself. We are reaching the end of Moore's law, not because we ran out of ideas, but because we are running out of atoms. The rivals that were buried in the 90s now watch from the sidelines as ASML's valuation pushes toward the $500 billion mark. This isn't just a business story, it is a story of extreme technical focus. They didn't try to build the chips, they built the machines that build the world. They mastered the scale factor by owning the very foundation of reality. As we look toward 2030, the question isn't whether ASML can be beaten. The question is, can the world afford for them to fail? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is a single company monopoly on the world's most vital technology a stroke of genius or a catastrophic risk? Subscribe to the Scale Factor as we continue to track the machines that move the world. Because in the race for 1 nanometer, there is no second place. You either own the light, or you are left in the dark.